It is Portal. It is DanV. We're going to go ahead and get him started, and then we will introduce you to our players during their level 18, which is the best time to do it. So let's get them counted down in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Portal from the nation state of Kazakhstan. DanV from the United Kingdom, and what a kingdom it is. Wow. A truly international affair here with me, your old pal vandweller in the United States, and two people really far away playing Tetris against each other. 40-year-old video game on janky old equipment. First Tetris on the board for each of our players. DanV, of course, you'll recognize as the winner of our first ever Faster Masters Classic Tetris Monthly back in May of 2023. So a champion here within Classic Tetris Monthly cinematic universe. Portal has 8 appearances in our Masters event and in Mega Masters, and has finished in the top 8 2 times back in 2023. Backside with a $40 contribution to the prize pool. Thank you so much. Very generous, and I really appreciate it. And so are the players. 94,000 here for Portal, spinning that J piece down the right side. Now looking for another one to kind of help establish that well, and does get it. Is now Tetris ready. Kind of jaggedy board up top, trying to deal with that. DanV gonna have to make a gap over there on that left side. Long bar over for both players. 123 now, 146 for Portal, 145 for DanV. Both players now back to gapless Tetris. Another Tetris DanV. DanV's highest ever cash, according to Liquipedia, well, was in that Faster Masters event back in May 2023. $946. Pretty good. Playing Tetris very quickly. And DanV, one of the few players to, we have lower tier tournaments, right, below Masters every month. And these are like, kind of minor league or whatever, and there's sort of a, kind of triple flip there for Portal. But DanV has won a Challengers, a Futures, a Hopefuls, and a Masters. One of the few players who have done that. Portal's left side is really problematic. Waiting for the bar. That is not going to downstack everything cleanly, and gets that left side accessible and gets some great pieces to break this down. Portal's heading up for a dirty Tetris and gets it. 251. So some great survival from Portal. Oh my word. Have that triple flip just turned into a whole mess. And I swear that was going to be the end of Portal in this game 1. But no, amazing survival. Holy moly. DanV going to uncover that right side, going to try to establish a well, does establish the well, and gets the Tetris. So DanV at 296, but Portal in the lead, 321, little over 1 Tetris ahead. Portal ends up having to make a gap here, and is incredulous or bemused. What is he? What does that look when you shake your head and you're kind of smiling like Portal did? Are you bemused? What is that? What is that emotion? Oh my goodness. I'm asking Tetris players to name emotions. What is happening here? All right. 2 base Vandy. All right. 343 DanV, 333. Don't clip that part. All right. There's looks like it's about to be, and it is a dirty Tetris for Portal. 360. DanV gonna uncover that right side and get a Tetris. Listen, to be a Tetris championship, you have to have nerves of steel. You cannot be all emotional during the game. You gotta focus. See Vandy trying to save it. You gotta focus. You gotta put those emotions aside and just tend to the task at hand. Nerds of steel. That's good. Yeah, nerds of steel. That's really funny. Geo Wolf. 462 for DanV, 430 for Portal. That's excellent. Yeah, that's a good name for like a video game band or something, you know? Plays video game music covers, Nerds of Steel. That is amazing. Someone is going to appropriate that. 508 for DanV, 10 lines to go or so until the level 19 transition, where the speed will increase by 20%. DanV with that crazy adjustment. I mean, that was like, what was that? What's the, that triple machine? Which of the AIs does that? Stanislaw has gifted a tier 1 sub to GeoWolf. Thank you, Stanislaw. Tetris into 19 for Portal. He's going to transition in at 524. He gets another one, 548. DanV is in. Fighting traffic in the middle of the board. He's going to uncover and get a dirty Tetris. DanV, 571. So we are super close, separated by just a couple of 100 points and like 2 lines. So you couldn't be any closer. And DanV's board not very accommodating right now. So, oh, that triple is going to be great. T to the left is going to fill out that left. And now he can bring the stack down. So DanV back down to safety. Portal trying to get there as well. Taking a couple of skims. We are encountering a drought. And finally, long bars coming for these players as they get their Tetrises. Remember, when there is a drought, if you are a subscriber to the Twitch channel, you got an emote, the drought trout. So get out your drought trouts when you see a drought. That way I know there's a drought. 690 for Portal. He's going to tuck in that L piece. Oh, nifty doings there in the middle of the stack there. He's going to get a Tetris 718. DanV trying to chop this down, uncover that right side, reestablish a well. And that J piece will do. And he is Tetris ready and gets a Tetris down the right side. 688 for him. There's one for Portal. 777. So Portal up about 90,000 points. Nifty doings. I don't know what I'm saying. You would think I would be well rested, like, oh, big day tomorrow, 7 streams, harking back to the CTMs of yore when I would do the entire tournament in one day. You'd think I'd gotten a lot of sleep, but no, I'm too excited. Just thinking about it all night. Smooth Motion with the subscription on Twitch. Thank you very much. If you do want to subscribe to the channel, it does help us out financially, helps maintain and keep the tournament going. You can do that on Twitch as a subscription. You can also join on YouTube. And we thank everybody who has done that. 854 DanV. He's going to establish that right side. He is set up for a Tetris. And long bar over for the Tetris. DanV 886, 972 for Portal. And another Tetris DanV. There's one Portal. So still about that 90,000 point lead. Portal's got the max out on 27. And now Portal just 10 lines away from the level 29 transition, where the speed will increase massively and get really hard to play. Virtually unsurvivable until about, 18 to 24 months ago. Now players are just routinely, and Portal, yeah, really, that long bar will clear away a double, but Portal threatening to have a really awkward transition into 29. Gets a long bar at a great time. Another one. He's going to uncover that right side. And he's going to take that skim down. He's set up for a Tetris, getting droughted at the worst possible time. And there's a long bar in for a Tetris for Portal. B23. DanV's got the max out. He's on level 30 at A82. 50,000 points separate these players. Great survival for Portal and DanV through that drought. People in chat are saying it was disgusting. On the contrary, I think it was gusting. I don't know what that means. Okay, B44 for Portal. DanV setting up that delayed burn with that long bar. Oh, the long bar is just really not going in great places for DanV. And trying to deal with these ugly gaps in the middle of the stack. And that left side for DanV is going to be inaccessible after that misdrop with that, or just didn't get all the way over with that L piece. And Portal is good in game number 1. GG's Portal. How? Oops, that you're not. Oh, he's now Alex T. That was the wrong thing. That's right. He is revealed. He is Alex T. All right, Portal. Yeah, if you want to keep going, Portal, you are good. Or you can top out. Yeah, look at it. Portal excited. And both players are ready. Let's get them started here in game number 2. In 3, 2, 1 Tetris. Now, according to the leaderboard, now you got to realize if I say something and it's wrong about a fact, you know, it's never my fault, right? Because I just look up the various leaderboards that exist for information. But DanV, we got DanV here with a 2.8 PB, 2.8 million, good for 20th on the leaderboard, the PB leaderboard. And we got Panic Portal with a 3.368. I don't know if players aren't reporting their PBs, but if there's wrong, if they're wrong, you got to get them. You got to go to that leaderboard channel. Update those PBs. Yeah, I'm never wrong. It's always somebody else. You know? So yeah, Portal 15th on the PB leaderboard. DanV number 20. Portal is the winner of Classic Tetris Russia 2023, and did play in Mega Masters last year. Knocked out in round 2 by DanV. So by winning 2 rounds, this is the furthest that Portal has gotten in a Classic Tetris monthly event. So winning 2 rounds, he's in the top 16, and has, you know, in the past has won, you know, basically one match and gone out in previous CTMs. So you're watching Portal at his peak. 186 right now, 170 for DanV. Portal gonna get a Tetris. And yeah, he's Portal was knocked out in round 2 by DanV. Listen, Game Scout says, well, actually, winning 2 matches in normal Masters versus Mega Masters is a bit apple and oranges. Listen, buddy. Who do you think you are? Some sort of world famous expert and content creator about Tetris? I'm trying to come up with some accomplishments here for Portal, okay? Chiller says, good morning, Vandy. It's 6 a.m. 289 here for DanV. Good morning, Chiller. 328 for Portal. You know, trying to boost these players up a little bit. Give them a boost here. DanV setting up the Vits, getting the bar, fills in the Vits. Trying to avoid filling. I think that just gonna take that double, but ends up taking it anyway. Why not? For safety, just have a good board. Portal with the Tetris 399. DanV with the delayed burn with that T. Pretty nifty. I don't know why I'm saying nifty. Let's hope this doesn't become a trend. The Portal up over DanV about 80,000 points. Both are Tetris ready. DanV with a Tetris 389, Portal 445. Now, there are other events besides Classic Tetris Monthly. There's things like Classic Tetris Brawl, Classic Tetris Pal. And DanV, you know, has won, has kind of spread his wins around. DanV has won a CTM, a CTP, a CTB, and a CTLMNOP. I'll be here all night. All right, DanV trying to uncover that right side. And does so, gets a Tetris 493. Portal gonna get one, 541. The CT with the backwards R. True. All right, Tetris DanV 516. Portal. All right, got to fill in with that. Oh, he's going to fill in that T from the side and not flat to get Tetris ready. Instead, he's ready for a dirty Tetris, but so close to level 19. DanV's going to transition in at 541. Portal going to transition in with a triple at 617 and gets a Tetris immediately after. So still about an 80,000 point difference between these players. All right, DanV trying to fix this board. A little dependent on the left side and gaps over on the right. That long bar will fill in for a triple 602. Portal takes a triple, fills in the middle with that long bar. Now trying to just stay Tetris ready. DanV's board getting a little complicated. Oh, nice adjustment with that L piece to make room for the T on that left side. Good adjustment. DanV set up for the dirty, but no, he's just going to take that triple and have a safe stack. There's the dirty for DanV. Dirty Dan with the 646. Tetris for Portal. Oh, Portal with that misdrop of the L piece. And DanV gonna uncover. That'll be good for a double if he gets a, well, you know, it'd be good for a single if he gets a bar in there. He's just gonna chop it down. That's, oh no, it's a double. Okay, yeah, gets that double. So Dan trying to bring this down. Now it's Portal's turn for his board to climb, or for his stack to climb the board a bit. Dirty Dan. I kind of like that. Kind of like that for Dan. He's gonna take that triple. He's not going for any crazy, you know, column 9 well that he has to maintain. And he's going to get that Tetris 712, but he's back now by about 150,000 points. And we are just 35 lines away from the level 29 transition. And Portal's board, he's kind of like making that eek face, like, ooh. DanV with a Tetris 751. Portal, all right, he's clean now. Trying to keep that gap in the middle open without creating a gap, but another gap. Oh no, DanV's left side is a problem. What is he gonna do about it? And he can't get the long bar over. Maybe no, and he can't, and he's gonna top out at 753, and he can't believe it. He can't believe it. Portal is good in game number 2. All right, Portal is up 2 games to none. DanV needs to win or he will exit this tournament in 3, 2, 1 Tetris. Cold Bucket says, sometimes we should do it where 8 players have a week to play games. They submit their 8 best games and we act like it's live. I'm not bashing Classic Tetris Wars. I'm just saying that it strikes me as a little weird to do that. But listen, I didn't say that during the time that's going to be edited into the all-time YouTube archive of this, right? So it's filler in the middle. I think they do a great job, super fun. And let me say, over at Classic Tetris Wars, if you go to twitch.tv/Tetris Wars, they got some of the best commentators over there. I think they're doing a great job. We got to poach some of these people. We already stole Colin, not stolen, but added them in. We got to get some more of these commentators on our side. But Vandy is like monopolizing the whole thing. But anyway, yeah, we'll give a plug to twitch.tv/Tetris Wars. And there you will see wars about Tetris. I think the best thing about them is they just, try so many different new formats, They just throw a bunch of spaghetti against the wall, format-wise, and see what sticks. And they come up with some pretty fun stuff. So head on over. Thanks for the kind words. Yeah, well, I had to walk back my terrible disparaging comments. So y'all deserve a plug. They're not disparaging. I just thought it was, it's weird. But I can dig it. As long as it makes for entertaining television. That's the important thing. All right, DanV with the Tetris. He's at 211, 168 for Portal. DanV locked in, angry, wants to win. All right, DanV going to set up that long bar, column 7. Trying to keep that well open. There is an adjustment with that L piece. Make room for that square. He's open. He gets a Tetris, 258. Oh, nice Z spin in the middle of that stack for DanV. He's Tetris ready again. Long bar in and Tetris. There's one Portal as well. So DanV up by a little bit less than a Tetris. Yeah, we are running a little bit behind schedule. We had some technical issues early on. It's all Vandy's fault. Blame Vandy for the technical issues. But yeah, really no problem since then. I was super worried. Like, oh no, here we go. This is these two games that DanV dropped here in this match. The first games he's dropped in Mega Masters. He swept through his first two opponents. In round 1 and round 2, Chroma and Aaron, Cool Ice Age. Which, makes sense. You get through a top 16, you're facing tougher competition. What's up, Chroma? Chroma in chat. Now, you always root for, like, if somebody knocked you out of a tournament, do you always root for them to win? Because then it's like, oh, at least I got knocked out by the person who won. There's nothing I can do. They were predestined to win, so at least I went out to them. You don't want to go out to somebody who loses. It's like, oh man, well, I would have beat I wouldn't have lost this one. I should have been able to stay in. Tetris Portal, he's at 433. DanV waiting for the next bar. And there's the Tetris. But DanV a little bit behind in lines. Well, not anymore. But he is ahead. And Portal stacking up pretty high here. Having to take some creative burns. He's going to snap that S in. Long bar over for DanV for the Tetris 498. Croatian man says, everyone asks, where's the bar? But nobody ever asks, how's the bar? That's true. Portal getting through Bendy 3-0 and Chef O 3-2 in a decider to get here to the top 16. Hugh Mater says, I've been trying to catch up on the YouTube uploads, but there's also a top 16 today. Too much Tetris indeed. You can go back and, watch the matches of interest. All right, we are super close here in score. One of our players is having some tech issues, so players do continue to play on. We'll try to stay with it. All right, we're coming back. All right, we're moving. We like it. We're playing 7 matches from our top 16 today. And we'll have 3 or 4 matches tomorrow in the top 8. And we don't know exactly the times. It kind of depends on players. But we will announce in our Discord. Go to ctm.gg/discord to stay up with the latest and also interact with the largest classic Tetris community on the internet. Portal setting up column 2 as a dirty Tetris. DanV get a normal Tetris on that right side. And there we go, Portal 7-13. All right, Portal just going to bring this down. Back by about 84,000 points. This is not the final stream. No, this is just the top 16. Basically, round 3 is what is being played today. The possibility of 1 round 4 match. I was hitting studio mode. I almost hit stop streaming. That would have been really bad. DanV 870. He's on 25. Probably my favorite color palette. It's just so relaxing, and it's very in style right now. Those colors are all kind of trending. Like if you want to go buy one of those Stanley mugs or whatever, they're all going to be in those color palettes. Instagram worthy color palette here on 5, 15, and 25. DanV with a Tetris 943, Portal 823. So DanV continues to add to a lead here, but now of course Portal is behind on our stream by about 12 to 14 lines, so do keep that in mind. So it's a lot closer than it looks, and DanV's left side is now a problem with that long bar. So, and that S in the middle is the worst possible piece. DanV now has to get a bar over to that right side and does. Maybe not super hard, but you know, if you miss that tap, then oh my word. So Portal actually in the lead now, but back by about 13 lines on our screen. He's going to misdrop immediately after retaking that lead. So this is going to allow DanV to come back. 3 lines away from the 29 transition. DanV in a Tetris in at a max out, A09. And Portal is still 13 lines to go until the level 29 transition. He's got a higher pace right now, A20, A28. So DanV just needs to kind of hang in there. We get a good workable stack. There's a triple down the middle. But he is behind. So, and there's Portal Tetrising into 29 with a B33. A B33. So DanV is going to have to survive here. Going to have to add some lines. Add some points. Of course, you got to add lines. You don't have any choice about that. But needs to add a good number of points. So DanV fighting traffic at the bottom of the stack. Portal trying to bring his stack down. He's got a lead. DanV in trouble. Long bar in for a double. Oh no, that left side is going to be cut off for DanV, and he's going to top out at A83. Portal, you are good, and you are moving on to the top 8. GG's to you, Panic Portal. You have now officially won more matches in a CTM event than you have ever won before. So GG's to you, Portal, and DanV. You know, we love you. You're one of these days, you're going to pop off. You're going to get another CTM Masters event victory, but it will not be this month. Everybody express your love and admiration for DanV, our intrepid YouTube editor and uploader. And Portal is so excited. He almost fell over. He doesn't want to fall on any pets or children or anything like that. He's looking around carefully. Hey everybody, this is your old pal vandweller, host of Classic Tetris Monthly, and I'm asking you to do me a favor. If you like this video, hit thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, please subscribe and bang that notification bell. Join our Discord server, the largest classic Tetris community online, at ctm.gg/discord, and follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/monthlytetris. Thank you, and have a nice day.